Hello children, today we are going to start with the fourth question of AP. Yesterday we started with to find the sum of the terms. So we are going to continue with that exercise. So the fourth question, if you see here, it says find the sum of all numbers between 250 and 1000 which are exactly divisible by 3. So the numbers are between 250 and 1000 and divisible by 3. So you have to understand that the difference is going to be 3 because every time the number is divisible by 3, so it is a multiple of 3. So D is equal to 3, you have to understand. And then from 250, okay, which will be the first term or the number which will be divisible by 3, you have to find out that. And before 1000, which number will be the last number that is divisible by 3 that you have to find. So given, you are going to list the given thing first. So as we have to find the sum of all the numbers between 250 and 1000 which are exactly divisible by 3. So what we are going to do is first term is equal to A, that is equal to 252 because that is divisible by 3. So I have divided and you can see that it is completely divisible. So the first number is 252. After that, the last number is 999, that is divisible by 3. So D is going to be 3 as it said divisible by 3. So first write the given thing from the question, and then after that you will see you have to find Sn because you have to find the sum of these numbers which are lying between these two numbers and divisible by 3. So for that we are going to use the uh, formula Sn is equal to, yeah, for that Sn is equal to n upon 2 a plus l. We can use that formula, but we have to first find the value of n because that value is unknown to us. So we are going to use an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. Okay, now once we use that, we'll be able to get the value. So we'll be substituting the value of an as 999 is equal to 252 n minus 1 plus n minus 1 into 3. So we took this 252 to the other side. So 999 minus 252, we got it as 747 is equal to n minus 1 into 3. We divide this 747 with 3 and then n minus 1 value we have to find. So we'll take minus 1 to the other side. So it becomes n is equal to 249 plus 1, that is 250. So we got the value of n. Now we can use this value of n and substitute in this formula. So 250 upon 2 is bracket 252 plus 999. So first, as I have told you before, we are going to first solve the bracket. So 252 plus 999, we got the value as 1251. And when we multiply 1251 with 125, because 250 divided by 2 is 125, we get the answer as 156375. And that is 1,56,375. So that is the sum of the numbers between the numbers that is 250 and 1000. So I hope it is clear. Now I repeat once again, whenever such question is there from the given, you have to understand if it is given divisible by 3, that means the difference is 3. If it is divisible by 5, then the difference is 5, and so on. From the numbers which are given, like after 250, in between 250 and 1000, so from starting from 250, which is the first number which is going to be divisible by 3, so that for that the answer is 252. And then before 1000, which is the last number which is divisible by 3, so that is 999, and that is how we get an is the last term, and we got a, and we know d. So now we'll be first finding the value of n. Once we get that, then by substituting n upon 2 bracket a plus l, we'll be getting the value of Sn. So now we go to the next question. So in the next question, you will see Fifth question. So it says find the sum of numbers between 200 and 300 that are divisible by 7. So now as it is divisible by 7, you have to understand that the common difference is 7. And between 200 and 300, so the first number which is there, that you have to check whether it is which number after 200 is the first number that will be divisible by 7. So now you can see over here we have taken 203, because if you divide 203 with 7, you will see it is completely divisible. Okay, so the first number which is divisible by 7 after 200 is 203, so that is A. The last number that is divisible by 7 between 200 and 300 is 294, because 7 fours are 28, 1 carry over, 7 twos are 14, so it is completely divisible. So the last number is 294. So you have to first identify those first number and the last number which is divisible by 7. So value of 7 is given to you, that is the common difference, because all numbers are the multiple of 7. So difference will be 7. So again D we got. Now if we want to find the sum of numbers, so we should know the value of n. So again in like how we did in the last sum, we are going to first find the value of n. So we are going to use the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1d, and remember last term is nothing but an term. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. We are going to substitute the value. 294 is equal to 203 plus n minus 1 into 7. With this 203, when we take to the other side, it becomes 294 minus 203, that is 91. We divide this with 7, we get the value as 13, and then we want to find the value of n, so we take minus 1 to the other side, so 13 plus 1 is equal to 14. That is how we got the value of n now. So in the next part, we'll be finding the value of Sn. So as you have seen in the first part that n value we got 14. So now we are going to substitute here as n in place of n as 14. So Sn, we are going to write as 14 is equal to n upon 2 a plus l. So that is 14 upon 2 bracket 203 plus 294. So first you are going to solve the bracket. 203 plus 294, we get the value as 497. 497 into 7, because when we divide 14 with 2, we got the value as 7. 7 into 497, we get the value as uh, 3479. So that is the sum of the numbers between 200 and 300. So that are divisible by 7 is 3479. Again, I repeat, here, as we have done in the previous sum, we have to find the value of a divisible by 7 between 200 and 300. So after 200, which is the first number that will be divisible by 7. So we got the value as 203. Then which will be the last number before the 300 is ending, which will be the last number that will be divisible by 7. So that we got the value as 294. That is our an or l. Now we want to find the value of n first. So we substitute in the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. We get the value of n, and then by substituting the value of n in Sn, we get the value for Sn. So S14 is equal to n upon 2. So where n is there, we will write 14, and a and l value we will substitute and get the answer. Now in the next sum, it is written how many terms of the AP minus 15, minus 13, minus 11, and so means it is like infinite, are needed to make the sum minus 55. Explain the reason for double answer. So now reason will not be asked in exam, but it will be asked to find the number of terms. So first you have to write the value of a from the series. Now if it is given in the form of series, you get the value of a, you get the value of d, and you have the value of Sn. As it is said, the sum is minus 55. So what we are going to do over here is, we are going to first list everything, a value, d value, and Sn value. Now we have to find n. because it said how many terms. So we have to find the value of n now. So in solution, we are going to write Sn is equal to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Why we are going to use this particular formula? Because the last term is not known to us. Okay. So we substitute minus 55 is equal to n upon 2, bracket 2 into minus 15 plus n minus 1 into 2, the value of d which we have got. So now minus 55 into 2. So minus 55 into 2, when we multiply, we got minus 110 n, and then we will first multiply and open this bracket. So here you can see this is also multiplication, even this is multiplication. So you can do it simultaneously. Minus 30, and here we get plus 2n minus 2. So minus 30 minus 2, we got the value as minus 32 plus 2n. We multiply n with 32 and with 2n. So we got minus 32n plus 2n square minus 110. Then we write it in the form of quadratic equation. So what we do is 2n square minus 32n, we write it over here, and this minus 110 we bring to the right side. So we got plus 110. I have just written it on the left side so that it will be in the form of quadratic equation. Now to simplify it, we divide the entire thing with 2. So we got the value as n square minus 16n plus 55 is equal to 0. Now here it is plus 55. So when we find the factors 11 and 5, because we have to add the numbers, add the factors and get the value as 16. So when you add 11 and 5, you get the value as 16. So we write it as n square minus 11n minus 5n, because whenever you add the middle term sign, you give to both the numbers. Okay. So both the numbers get the middle term sign. So whenever you are adding, because here it is, you are adding and you're getting the middle term. So minus 11 minus 5n plus 55 is equal to 0. So n minus 11, n minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, n is equal to 11. Because when you're writing n minus 11 is equal to 0 or n minus 5 is equal to 0, you get the value of n as 11 and here or n is equal to 5. So you get two values for n. Now why are you getting two values for n? The reason is n, all the numbers which are there, they are negative, and also the sum is negative. So that means by adding, when you are adding first numbers, if you are adding, you can get minus 55. N is equal to 11 terms. So when you are adding 11 terms, you can get 55. Or from between, when you are adding 5 terms, you can get minus 55. So that's the logic over here. That's why you have two values for n. N is equal to 11 or n is equal to 5. So I repeat once again over here. Okay. So how many terms of the AP? AP series is given to you minus 15, minus 13, minus 11 and so on are needed to make the sum is equal to minus 55. Explain the reason. So you are going to write the value of A, you are going to write the value of D. Sn is given to you as minus 55. By using the formula Sn is equal to n upon 2a plus n minus 1 bracket D, you are going to solve it. Why you're using this? The reason is L value is not known to you. After that, you will find the value of n by solving the bracket first, and then you get it in the quadratic equation. Solve the quadratic equation and you get the value of n as 11 and 5. Now after that, in the next sum, you will see it is said that if 12th term of the AP is minus 13, okay, and the sum of its first 4 term is 24, what is the sum of first 10 terms? Sorry. So here, if you see, the according to the question, if the 12th term of AP, so one value is given to you, A and D value is unknown to you, N is not given to you. So you have to figure out from the question itself that you will be getting two equations, because 12th term value is minus 13. So you will be writing A12 is equal to minus 13. You can write A12 as A plus 11D. So you will get one equation from there. You have been given sum of first four terms. That means S4 is given to you. So you will be getting one equation from here also. After you solve these two equations in the you know elimination form of the simultaneous method, you will be getting the value of A and D. After that, you have to find the sum of 10 terms. So you are going to substitute in the formula and get the answer. So let's see how to go about it. So here in the next slide, in the previous slide, we have to find S10. We have written A12 and S4. Okay. So now in the next slide, you will see that first we write A12 is equal to A11, A plus 11D, sorry, is equal to minus 13. So A plus 11D is equal to minus 13 gives us one equation. So that is equation 1. S4 is equal to n upon 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. Now why are you using this formula again? L value is not known to you, whereas a and d value is also not known to you. But if you take L, you cannot do the elimination method. So it's best to use this particular formula. And when you substitute, n you know is 4. So 4 upon 2 bracket 2a plus 4 minus 1d. Okay, so 2 ones are 2 twos are, and then that is equal to 24. When you solve this equation, 2 into 2a, that is what I have done is I have not solved, I have not opened the bracket. Instead, I divided this 2 with 24. So I get 2a plus 3d is equal to 12. Now that is the second equation. Now after that, I have to solve this equation 1 and equation 2. So what I'm doing is I'm multiplying equation 1 with 2. So I get 2a plus 22d is equal to minus 26. After that, uh, okay, now once I do that, so here when I'm subtracting both the equation, I get 2a plus 22d is equal to minus 26 and 2a plus 3d is equal to 12. When I solve this, I'm subtracting because both are having the same same sign, plus sign. So I'm subtracting over here. So when I'm subtracting, I'm changing the sign. So 2a gets cancelled. 22 minus 3, I get 19d. Minus 26 and minus 12, when you add, you get 38. That is minus 38. So I'll divide this 19, I'll take this 19 over here and I'll divide 38 with 19. So I get the answer as minus 2. I got this value for D. Now I'll substitute in one of the equation to get the value of A. So when I substitute it as A plus 11D is equal to minus 13, in this equation I'll substitute the value of D, and that is how I get the value of A as 9. Because see, A plus 11D is equal to minus 13. In place of D, I substitute minus 2. So 11 into minus 2, I got the value as minus 22. When I take minus 22 to the right side, it becomes plus 22. Minus 13 plus 22, I got the value as 9. Now, both the values we have got, A and D. So now it will be easy for us to find the value of S10. So S10 is equal to n upon 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. So we have to substitute the value of n, a and d. So we get 10 upon 2 into 9 plus 10 minus 1 into minus 2. So as I have told you before, you have to solve the bracket, and in the bracket also you have to solve the bracket and the multiplication. So 9 into minus 2, we got minus 18, plus 18 minus 18 is 0. So 5 into 0 is 0. That is how we got the value as 0 for S10. I hope this sum is clear. So in this sum, I'll repeat. what we have done is, it is told that the 12th term of AP value is given to us minus 13. Then Sn means sum of the first four terms, that is S4 is given to us. So we frame the equation by substituting the value of n, as it is told A 12. So we know n is 12 in that case. We substitute in the equation a plus n minus 1. So a plus 11d is equal to minus 13. Then we substitute in this formula S4, where n becomes 4. 2a plus n minus 1, that is 4 minus 1d is equal to 24. We get that value also, that equation also, as 2a plus 3d is equal to 12. Now we have to solve these two equations. So what we do is we multiply here with 2. So we get the same value for a, and after that we subtract. When we subtract, we get the value of d. After that, we substitute this value of d in one of the equation and we get the value of a. Once we have the value of a and d, we have to find sum of 10 terms. So we substitute in that formula, where n is 10, a we have got, d we have got, and once we substitute, we got the value as 0. Now we go to the next sum. In the eighth sum, if you see, the question says in an AP, sixth term is half of the fourth term and the third term is 15. Okay. So how many terms are needed to give a sum of 66? That means sum value is 66 and n is not known to us. So here what they have given with respect to that, again we have to frame the equation and we have to solve the equation. So it's given a sixth term is half of the fourth term. So then sixth term we can write in the form as a plus 5d. Okay, using the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. So we have got that as a plus 5d. 1 upon 2 a4, because half of fourth term. So a plus 3d we have written using again the same formula a plus n minus 1d. Now what we do is this 2 we took it over here. So we got 2 bracket a plus 5d is equal to a plus 3d. Now we multiply this 2 inside. So we open the bracket, 2a plus 10d we got. We take this a to this side, that is left side. So we got 2a minus a as a, 10d minus 3d as 7d. So we got a plus 7d is equal to 0. This is one equation. Now third term value is equal to 15. So a3 is 15. So when we are writing a3, we write a plus n minus 1d. So a plus 2d is equal to 15. This is our second equation. Now we have to find Sn is equal to 66. So we have to find the value of n. So first we'll be solving this equation. A plus 7d is equal to 0 and a plus 2d is equal to 15. So this, you can see value is same, a. So we don't have to multiply anything right now. What we will do is we will directly subtract. When we subtract, we change the sign. So a gets cancelled. 7 minus 2 becomes 5d is equal to 0 minus 15 becomes minus 15. Then we get, after dividing minus 15 with 5, we got the value of d as minus 3. Once we get the value of d, what we will do is we'll substitute in one of the equation and we will get the value of a as minus 21. Once we get value of a, because see, we have substituted d as minus 3. So 7 into minus 3 becomes minus 21. We take 21 to the other side. We get value of a as 21. So once we get the value of a, once we get the value of d, now we have to find the value of n, where Sn value is given to us as 66. So again, we substitute in this particular formula. Sn is equal to n upon 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. So we substitute the value of Sn as 66. Other value for a 21, d as minus 3. First, we will solve the bracket. So we'll multiply 2 into 21 as 42. We'll multiply this two brackets, we'll open it. So it will be minus 3n, because if it is negative, you remember that you have to change the sign. So it will become minus 3n, and this minus into minus plus 3. 42 plus 3 will be 45 minus 3n. Then we open the bracket, we get it as 45n minus 3n square is equal to 132. So we'll bring this 132 to this side, okay, to the right side. And then we get the equation in the quadratic equation form as minus 3n square plus 45n minus 132 is equal to 0. Now to remove negative sign, we have to change all the signs. So here you can see we have changed all the signs. So we have uh, here you can see we have changed this sign. So we made it positive, but we have to change all the signs over here. So we get 3n square minus 45n plus 132 is equal to 0. Now to simplify it further, we divide it with 3. So we get n square minus 15n plus 44 is equal to 0. Now in front of 44 it is plus sign. That means you have to add and get this value. So 4 into 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. And you should give to both the numbers the same sign as the middle term sign. So it is negative. So both the numbers get minus minus whenever it is plus. Whenever you are adding and getting the middle term. Okay. So it becomes n minus 11, one bracket, n minus 4 in another bracket. Therefore, value of n is equal to 11 or n is equal to 4. So here also the terms which we are getting, there are two terms, because we can get this particular value by adding any 11 term and any 4 terms. So that's the reason we get two values. So the number of terms is 11 or 4. So I repeat once again. Here if you see what we have done in the question, we have to build up the relation according to the question, frame the equation. So sixth term is half of fourth term, so we build up the relation, we form the equation. Third term is equal to 15, so a plus 2d is equal to 15. Once the relation is building up is done, after that we solve this equation, we get the value for a and d. We substitute in the formula Sn is equal to n upon 2a plus n minus 1d. Remember the formula, please learn it so that you will be able to get the answer easily, because sometimes you get confused with 2-3 formulas which are there. So learn it and practice it well. After substituting, we'll solve it and get the value for n. So solving the quadratic equation. Now we go to the next sum. Here it is said, a man repays a loan of rupees 3250 by paying rupees 20 in the first term. Okay, so he's paying 20 rupees in the first term, and after that he increases the payment by rupees 15 every month. That means every time there is increase in the payment. So that means it shows you that it is AP, because first month it was 20, then in the next month it will be 20 plus 15, that is 35, and so on. Now total interest what he is paying, total loan, that means it is the addition of all the payments what he has done per month. So addition of everything is 3250. Now how many installments he has to pay so that he will repay this loan, that is what it is asked. So we write down the value of given. Sn is equal to 3250. A value is 20. After that we find the value for D as 15, because every month difference is 15 rupees. We want to find N because number of installments. So we use the formula Sn is equal to n upon 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. Now we substitute the value for Sn as 3250. N upon 2 n we will keep as it is. We substitute the value of a, that is 2 into 20 plus n minus 1 into 15. We multiply 2 into 20 and get it as 40. N minus 1, we multiply with 15, we get it as 15, n minus 15. 40 minus 15 we bring together and we solve it and we get the value as 25 plus 15. Now we multiply this n with this 25 and 15n. So we get 15n square plus 25n, and we bring this 6500 to the right side and we get as minus 6500 is equal to 0. Now we'll divide this entire equation with 5. So we get the value as 3n square plus 5n minus 1300 is equal to 0. Now we have to solve this last term in such a way that we have to factorize it in such a way that we have to get negative. And here now there is some number along with the variable in the equation. So you have to multiply this number with the last term. Don't forget to do that, otherwise you'll get it wrong. So multiplying and then factorizing will give you the answer. So here you can see that we have factorized 3900 because when we multiply 3 with 1300 we get 3900, that is 3900, and when we factorize we get 65 and 60. So that is how we split the term, because by subtracting we should get 5 and greater number gets the middle term sign. So 3n square minus 60n plus 65n minus 1300 is equal to 0. Now you group it, you take 3n common, so you get n minus 20 in the bracket plus 65. When you pull out common, you get in the bracket n minus 20 is equal to 0. So in one bracket you get 3n plus 65, and the other bracket you get n minus 20 is equal to 0. So 3n plus 65 is equal to 0 or n minus 20 is equal to 0. So n is equal to minus 65 upon 3, which is not possible. So you ignore this value. You take n is equal to 20. So you have to write that statement as my number of installments cannot be negative. So we ignore that value. And therefore we take the number of installments as 20. Okay. So I hope everything is clear. Over here, again I repeat, whenever it is said the man repays a loan, that is the sum of the loan, total loan what he is repaying. So it becomes the value of Sn. First installment is A, difference, because every month if there is increase with 15 rupees, so that's the difference, that is 15. And then you have to find the number of installments. So you use the formula Sn is equal to n upon 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. Substitute all the value. You get the value for n by solving the quadratic equation which you get after that. So I hope everything is clear. Now in this particular video there were 6 sums together, because we started with 4th sum and we stopped at 9th sum. So in total there are 6 sums. So I hope you write down everything properly. Thank you.